I just heard the budgie flew on top of the boss. The boss is behind the couch. I just had a nice shrimp. Nice. Nice. Now I'm ready to do my plant hole. Prawns. We call it shrimp in the Philippines, and here in Australia we call it prawns. But anyway, I am being covered by so many plants here because you say it's 3 weeks. This is Pedro. This is 3 weeks plant hole. This is also my Christmas plant hole. Hello, Pedro. You want to say hello? Okay. Oh, here. Come here. Come on. Wants to say goodbye. He's afraid of the flashing light behind me. It's a Christmas plant hole, Pedro. What's wrong with you, baby P? You don't want to come here? You stay there. It's been a long time since we put up a Christmas tree because most of our kids are all grown up, so we don't put up Christmas tree anymore. And every Christmas Eve we spend Christmas with Mom and Dad. And the next day the kids have their own family and they have their own Christmas lunches. And Wal and I, for the past, 13 years, Wal, is it? Easy, 13 years. We always go away on Christmas Day. We haven't got any kids living with us anymore, so we don't put up the Christmas tree. We did a couple of years, but I thought it's just too much work for this old lady. So now, after I stopped putting Christmas trees up, I just kept buying poinsettia. Every year I buy a poinsettia plant just so I can have a little bit of Christmas cheer. And also I scatter all these poinsettias that you see here. I scatter them all around my pot plants. So that's my way of getting into the Christmas spirit. What plants have I bought the last 3 weeks? I have a combination of indoor plants, succulents, and some really wonderful and strange and unusual plant. Hello there, my name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. This is Philodendron Congo. Oh my goodness, a lot of plants, isn't it? I think I have a problem. But anyway, it makes me happy. I'm not depressed anymore. It's a trick that I've employed for so many years now. Every time I say to hubby, of course I've mentioned this before, to those of you who watches my videos, every time I just say I'm depressed, hubby would say to me, do you want to go buy some succulents or buy some plants? And I'm like, I'm really depressed, so I need to buy a lot of plants. So this time I've got an excuse because it's Christmas and I'm not going to be buying plants for a while because, are we going away this Christmas, Well?
Not this year.
Okay. So as I've mentioned before, we usually go away on Christmas Day, so we're not here. So I'm still, whether I'm here or not, because of the present COVID situation that we have going on, we decided we're going to stay home, but...
And the money we save by staying home and not going away, we can buy some more plants.
See? What a nice husband I've got. But anyway, I'm going to start off with this Philodendron Congo. At least that's what it says, Philodendron Congo. Now, this Philodendron Congo, I wasn't going to buy it. And then I was just walking past the plant shop and doing my own business. And what do you know? This thing just popped out in front of me. It was in my way. And then I looked down and I saw some variegation. Now, do you see what I see? Okay, so that bit there is showing variegation. And if you have a look at the back, look, that's got some variegation. So I thought, I googled it up quickly, and there's some really strong variegation on Philodendron Congo. That's worth $2,000. But I don't think this is one of them. But anyway, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna get it. And even this one has got a splash, tiny splash of variegation, not on the opposite side, but it's just this main one, this new leaf that's grown has got really strong variegation. So the rest of the leaves doesn't have any, none that I can see. Oh, this one's got a bit, I think, but I really love, I've got a Philodendron Congo upstairs, but it looks different to this. The Congo that I've got has got all this white coloring on the stem, sort of variegated on the stem here, but the rest of the leaves are green, and I really, really love it. So I wasn't gonna get another one, but then this one smiled at me or winked at me, and then it's only $23.48. There you go. So good excuse to get it. This is actually, I bought this one over 2 weeks ago, and this is Syngonium green velvet. And after I brought it home, it was pretty dry, so I thought I'll water it, and it started going yellow, some of the leaves. So maybe it doesn't like too much fertilizer, because I put a little bit, just a dash of fertilizer on the water. I don't think she likes it. After I got it, I decided to also, okay, look at this. Look at the leaves. Aren't they beautiful? Very velvety. Green velvet, and it's got those white stripes in the middle. See? It's just so gorgeous, so I can't help myself. And they're quite easy to grow, Syngonium. I got a couple of Syngoniums that's growing really well. And this Syngonium was very cheap. I think there was only, okay, $19. And it was really, really thick. So I thought, what better excuse than to say I need it to propagate. So straight away, I actually chopped off a couple. Check out the roots on that one. So I just put some rocks and water. Look at that. And both of them has taken, oh, look at the roots. They didn't have that. It was just cuttings. I'm gonna put this away now. Isn't that a beautiful plant? Gorgeous. Like the color, and also sort of like the arrow shape, heart shape, strike to the heart type of looking plant. Very, very, very striking. Beautiful foliage. So I just top up with water, and the roots are happy growing in the bottom again. So I could easily pot this up now, but I'm still going to leave it there to see how long it's going to grow in water. I just have to have an intermission. I have to put hubby and the budgie to bed so that you can have my full attention. So I was on the Piper celebes pepper. Piper celebes pepper. Now say that 3 times really, really fast. Piper celebes pepper, pepper, pepper. Woo, Peter Pepper, pick up, pepper. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. I'm rare. And what? Why are you so rare? A lot of the plants that used to be rare are now very, very, very common. So Piper celebes are, pepper have glossy heart-shaped leaves that are olive green with pink and silver mottling. So that's what I like about this plant. It's so gorgeous. So, and also apparently it's quite a fast grower, and that's why I got it. And of course, price is a big factor. If it's not too expensive, then I will get it. But if it says $50, I'll think about it. So the next one now is, I like the name, that's why I got it. It says Calathea Warscewiczii. Calathea Warscewiczii. Did I say it right? Warscewiczii, or you say Warscewiczii. Do you say Wixii or Wishii? I like the Warscewiczii. But budgie, every time I go to the toilet, Pedro would come, and if the tap is running, he goes whoosh, 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 whoosh. So cute. Anyway, so Calathea. Check out the leaves. It's just gorgeous, that pattern. And also, how come I have a theme here? It's all very velvety as well, a kind of velvety. And at the back, see that dark purpley color foliage, which is really, it just shows dark on the screen there, but it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful, and it's got a nice feel. I like it when I touch it. That velvety feel as well. Homalomena Camouflage. Why did I pick it? Because I like the look of it. I like the camouflage bit. I like the leaves, the color. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? And it looks like it's easy to look after. So when I buy plants, when I see something, first I'll look at it and go, oh, I like that one. And then I'll touch it, and then my phone comes out and Mr. Google's on hand to look at it. I just read what it says. Lush, tidy, clumping plants. Keep moist but not waterlogged. Don't they all? A lot of them say don't keep moist, but dry soil will turn the foliage yellow and spartan. Low humidity will cause browning along the leaf edges. Feed with fertilizer in spring and summer. Plant will produce small flowers. Propagate by plant division. So I'm fairly new to growing indoor plants. I have old plants that I've been growing for decoration, not for addiction. Because this is an addiction. I mean, I have a problem and I'm aware of it. But when I do have a problem, it's a bit like when I'm smoking. When I used to smoke, there comes to a certain point wherein I say to myself, do I continue to smoke or do I stop now? So one day I was smoking, the next day I just stopped. Just like that, stop. So eventually my addiction for plants has replaced my cigarette addiction. I need to have an addiction. Oh, $35. So, but the price is the biggest factor for me. So if I have to buy a plant for $1,000, I won't be able to sleep for a week. Or probably I'll buy it and maybe I'll cry. No, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't buy it. It's just not in me. I'm not that. There's nothing wrong with it. If you can afford it, yeah, fine. But I can't afford it. See? So I'm going to lose sleep over it. So I don't have it. So I only buy the plants that I can afford. That makes me happy for now. And then that way, if they do die, then it's not so much of a burden. It's not too much of a responsibility. Because if you're thinking $1,000 and then 2 months later it dies on you, oh my goodness. No wonder our life's so stressed. But anyway, to each its own. Okay, so I'm not saying I've got anything against it, but it's just not for me. So anyway, $35 I can handle. So even though hubby says it's okay, still I think it's irresponsible for me to do that. So anyway, the next one is, here we go again with this sermon. I'm doing sermon again. No, okay, we'll take you out. There you go. Now this one is Pothos Satin. I have a couple of Pothos Satin and I think 2 or 3. But this one has just got a different pattern. So my other Pothos Satin, and in comparison to this one is, check this out. So see the leaves in the bottom there? I think that's sort of a standard Pothos Satin. But this one has got some funky lines. See how the lines sort of grow like that, and then you say, yeah, that's very similar. Not. I just haven't seen a pothos or a satin pothos like with that sort of patternation. So, and then I thought, and there's only 2 of them at this one outlet that I got it from. It's just different, so I couldn't help it. I wasn't gonna get it, but then I thought, you're strange. So I gotta have you. Even the new ones, the new growth are showing sort of the same. So that's why, I don't know. So down in the bottom is still sort of similar to the standard pothos that I have. As it gets higher, or the new growth basically, the newer the growth, the more it has that line, isn't it? Okay, so those pothos expert there, please tell me, do I have something unusual or not? The next one, Devil's Ivy. Why are you buying Devil's Ivy? I said to myself, but I love the color. It just makes me sing. So I love it, I love it. So I couldn't help it. When I buy indoor plants, I kept thinking, where am I gonna put it? Because I'm running out of space. So maybe behind me here, I'm gonna get some shelves and make something here. There's another spot in the house on the entrance where I've been meaning to do a wall of plants. Anyway, so this one, for the longest time, I've been wanting to buy one or not buy one, and finally I gave in because I said, well, I think it's only like, it doesn't grow that big, and if it does grow that big, I can chop it off. But then I just realized that a couple of my plants that's already 13 years old are already old and spent, and they're getting too long. I have to chop it off, and they're skinny and they need to be replaced, in short. So I thought I'm gonna put a lot of these the scindapsus, this philodendron, and also the Congo I'm gonna put in my big pot inside because I've got 2 spots behind me that I need to replace that. So I'm gonna redo that and use all these plants that I've got. So, and that's why I'm getting the indoor plants. Anyway, today I need to quickly go buy a couple of things, food. And I thought Wednesday, I'll just swing by Bunnings, my local hardware store, and see if they got some mosquito bits, which we don't. We have the mosquito drop, which actually for the gnats. That's what I was thinking because I want to do a video of that one. But then again, they're out of stock, so I have to go to another store. But I was really good because I didn't go to another store or another outlet. Had I went to another outlet, God knows how many plants I would have bought again. So, because sometimes they don't have the same, they don't stock the same plants. They have different stocks. So anyway, while I was there, I found a Philodendron Subhastatum. Subhastatum. And look at, okay, the photo. It looks so gorgeous. And it's got long, I'm not very good with description, by the way. So I'm going to read the description that it says here. It says, an aroid with long green leaves with striking burgundy undersides, an ideal ornamental plant due to its bifoliage leaves. See, so that's why. So now at the back of it, look at the color. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful color. And it also needs to be grown on a stake or a growing pole, one of those poles. So I'm gonna do a video. If you like me to do a pole video, what I use for a pole video, the frugal way. So because they're quite expensive, I think the almost, I think 800 long or something like that, 800 millimeter long is about $10 or something like that. And I bought a couple of stick for $2.50 each. So I'm going to use that to do my pole, and it's actually longer as well. So that's why. So I need a few. So I think I'll do that. We do that? I don't know. You tell me. So should I do that? Are you going to watch that? So now this one, it's a must, and it's only $17. It's a bargain. And it looks like a fast grower having, you know, look at that. Look how long that is. So, and it's got roots, aerial roots. So, well, I'm there today as well. There's these $6 ones that I couldn't help. So I got the Calathea Beauty Star. Look at that, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. So anyway, once this grows, I'm sure those patterns gonna be beautiful. And also I got a Syngonium, lemon and lime, that's it. Syngonium, lemon and lime. And look at the colors. Anyway, this one as well, something I don't have really that much. Homalomena, another Homalomena Jungle Satin. It is beautiful. Look at the colors, dark, burgundy, coloration. So only $6 as well. So I thought might as well. Because once I put them all together, so I want to do a pot that is not just one plant. I'll probably put about 5 plants in it and see what happens. And let it get grow wild. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yes, I went and bought, okay, this one. I have a few Rhipsalis, and some of you are requesting I do a Rhipsalis video, but some of the ones I've got doesn't have any name. And then this one, I already had this plant. I bought it from one of those $3 tube stocks before. And it was tiny, and it's taking so long to grow. So I thought when I saw this, it's called the Rhipsalis. It's a horrida. Horrida. It's horrible. Does that mean horrible? I don't know. So it looks like it's got little rat's tail or something like that. Or monkey tail, like. But it is so cute. I love it. And the one I have is already like a year old, and it's only like about that much. So I thought I'll get one and try and grow them fast. And so I wasn't gonna get it until I Googled it up, and it says can handle -4. So if it can handle the frost, then I thought it's a must. I'm going to put it outside. So although when I do that, I'm going to have a backup again. I'll keep the small one I've got and put the expensive one and put it out in the frost and see what happens. But it'll be under cover, so it'll be out in the front garden. So I need a few hanging plants in there. So this is a good candidate for that. So if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have bought it. So anyway, it's a necessity. It's just that the garden needs it. I don't need it, but the garden needs it. Mom's birthday was a couple of weeks ago. I bought these plants because I was gonna give it to Mom. And then I found another present for her. So I decided to keep the plant. To keep the plants myself. So anyway, I'm gonna do the frog. This has got to be a cutest little froggy. Look at that. Hello, it's saying hi for. Look at that. Hello. How cute is he? And then he's got an air plant. This one was supposed to be Mom's. And one of them was supposed to be mine. This small one was for me, and then the big one was for Mom. But I had this idea of removing the air plant and then putting them on a rock, and then so that way the two of them can say hi for. And being Christmas, Tacitus Bellus, or the Christmas flower plant, is about to flower as well. See all those budding up there. I've got one that was attacked by mealybug, and I've experimented on it, and it's alive somewhere, and it's quite frost hardy, by the way, as well. So I'm gonna put this one in the garden, and this one already got 3 heads as well, whereas I only ever had 1 plant before. And for $12, I thought that's still a bargain. So $4 a plant, not bad. And it's got the most gorgeous flowers. See those flowers there in the photo? That's how they are. So it's worth it to have this plant. The last of this lot. I love the name. It's a Hottentot Bread. Fockea edulis. I was gonna say something else. I'm very naughty, I know. I was gonna say Fockea edulis, but it's a very cute plant. Look at that. It's got that big codex where it stores its water. So it's like one of those bonsai plants. So anyway, and I was reading up about this, and it says it's actually edible. That's probably why they call it Hottentot Bread. That is a cute name. So harmful if eaten, skin and eye irritant. And yet online they're saying they eat it like watermelon, the codex apparently. But I wouldn't eat it for that. I'll just look at it and admire it because it's still a beautiful plant. And this actually stays indoors. They can't go outside because it doesn't like the cold. So I have to keep this indoors. Of all the years that I've been growing plants, succulents, indoor plants or outdoor plants, it's mainly indoor plants that I had a problem. Although I've had a couple of issues with the outdoor ones because of fungus gnats. I've never seen so much fungus gnats in my life. This year they're just crazy. Every time I buy a potting mix as well, it's in the potting mix that I brought in, it's in the plants that I brought in. They just seem to be everywhere. So I don't know what's going on with the world. But anyway, what sort of insects eat fungus gnats? Because they're actually quite fast. It's quite hard to catch them. But anyway, so all this soil potting mix that I bought, I would open them up and leave them for a couple of weeks before using it. But still, I still seem to get a lot of fungus gnats because once you open the bag, they would fly away and go somewhere, and then they come back and they look and search and destroy. They actually have a homing device. I don't know what they use. They have GPS trackers put on the soil mix. They go back to the soil mix, as I find out now. So where they lay their eggs, I don't know whether the babies are calling to them or something like that, but I find the same fungus gnats that live in that particular soil will keep going back to it. So even if you isolate that pot, after it dries up, they go back to it. So I think the fungus gnat's life is they only have a span of 2 weeks and then they die. So now I have to find ways of getting rid of the fungus gnats that I've got. So in here, lately, it hasn't been that bad because I have found a couple of tricks to deal with fungus gnats. But that's going to be another video. So I'm going to show you, I'll be doing probably in the new year already, I'll be doing a video on how to tackle fungus gnats. The environmentally friendly way of tackling fungus gnats without chemicals. Except I have to find that mosquito drop from Bunnings, see if they have it in stock, and I'm gonna be buying that and I'm gonna try it out. But anyway, 2 days ago I went to one of my favorite shops here in Canberra. No, don't touch that. Okay. And I went and bought a Venus flytrap. Okay, so it's one of Mother Nature's wonders. Imagine a plant that can trap flying insects and eat them. And this thing is useless when it comes to fungus gnats. And it wasn't very expensive, so it's only $12, as you can see. And there's a couple of fungus gnats in there, inside. I don't know if you can see that there, so hang on. So I don't want to touch it because the minute you touch them, I think in there, so this one here. And that fungus gnats has been sitting there dead. I don't know even how it got there. And then this poor plant is just going to die. And even in the center, in the bottom here, I don't know, you can see that one there. There's a couple of fungus gnats that's already dead in there. And it hasn't closed off. And then this one in the bottom is closed off. And apparently, if you trigger them, and they close off and they don't have any food, they eat themselves, is what the lady said. Don't trigger it because they're gonna eat themselves to death. So, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 fungus gnats that has been entrapped in this Venus flytrap. And on my way out to pay for this, what do I find? Hallelujah! Pinguicula! Pinguicula! Okay. It's Pinguicula Imarginata wesser. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the fungus gnat plant, apparently, and I am so happy with this plant. You know why? Look at all the, this is like 2 days. So when I got it, I think it's got 1 fungus gnat on it, and then when I bought it, and then now in 2 days time, not even 48 hours, I think. Yeah, is it 48 hours already? Yeah, I think so. Okay, and look how many fungus gnats are in there. It is crazy. Look at that. It is so amusing to watch. I kept going back at nighttime before I go to sleep. I kept checking it. Even during the day, I kept checking it. Is there new ones? Is there new ones? So anyway, it's very effective on fungus gnats, but it's not cheap. It's $40, see? $40, and it's got 2 cute little flower. Hang on. There you go. Flower is so cute. There you go. I'm shaking. So how cute is the flower? So there you go. That's it, guys. Even the small one. See the small one? It's got a couple of fungus gnats. Gnats, 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 gnats. Dead gnats, dead gnats. Gnats, gnats. Now my hand's wet. Okay. So guys, that's it. That's all my plant haul for 2021. So my Christmas plant haul, I am not buying any plants this year anymore. I swear, Scout's honor, cross my heart. I'm not gonna say hope to die because hope to live. I don't like any negative things. Anyway, just a question. Lately, also, I don't know if any of you knows this. There's someone who keeps putting black heart, and I googled it. Apparently, it's a good thing, but I don't know. I just don't have a thing for the black heart. No offense, guys. What does black heart mean? Is it actually good to have a black heart? And I kept replying with, well, someone keeps commenting with 3 black hearts, so I put 3 red hearts. And then Marisa, hello, shout out to you. the black heart lady, and she watches the video or she comments on all these different videos. So obviously she's watching the video and she's commenting by putting a black heart. But I just don't like, sorry, I just don't like black hearts. So I like red heart, pink heart, blue heart, not even blue heart, but purple heart, yellow heart. They all got different meanings, isn't it? What was I talking about? So I promise, that's it. Yeah, I promise that this is going to be my last plant haul for the year. So no more plants, and it's hot, it's warm. This is going to be my last plant haul for this year, 2021. So finally, I can't wait till this year is over, and hopefully 2022 would be a much better year for all of us. But anyway, I'm gonna wish you a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. And New Year is still a long time away, a few more days away. Oh my goodness, it's scary. Every time the year ticks over, I kept thinking to myself, there's another year. What have I learned this year? What have you learned this year? Please leave a comment in the comment box and let me know. So what was this year has been like for you? So this year for me, I had less traveling this year because of the COVID situation. But I have met so many of you through my videos that sort of compensates for my traveling bug, because I do like being on the road. But you have kept me amused, amazed, informed for the past year. So anyway, hopefully everyone's good and healthy and happy. As long as you're happy, nothing else matters. Because if you're happy, if you've got good health, you'll be happy. If everything's well with your family, you'll be happy. If you have plants that you can buy, you're happy. So happiness is what we all strive for, and I hope in some way, in my own way, I have brought a little bit of happiness even through the net, even through YouTube. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for being with me all this year. You're gonna make me cry, or I'm gonna make myself cry. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And Merry Christmas! I'll see you on the next video.